Hey guys, we're going to be replacing the battery in this 2001 Sportsman 570. So I was having some starting issues when you turn the key. Sometimes you would get some clicking, sometimes it starts. It does still start, like it might start right now. Before I do that, I just want to show you the battery voltage. This model shows you the battery voltage. Actually, yeah, it's actually showing low right now. It's only putting out 10 volts. So a good battery should be 12.5 to 13. But it should still start it because I just had it going. No, so see, it would do stuff like that, and then sometimes it would click. You get a clicking sound from the solenoid. So we're going to replace the battery. So in this model year, the battery is located under here, right here. Just a couple little rubber tabs. Take it up. I'm just going to show you with my multimeter what the actual voltage is, just in case there was something wrong with the onboard voltage meter. So yeah, we're getting 10.3, 10.4 there as well. It's definitely a battery with probably a dead cell. 10 millimeter here. Just for your own information, fully charged battery, like a battery in good condition, should be between 12.6 and 12.8 volts. Partially charged, 12.4 to 12.5. Below 12.2, it's discharged, and then anything below 10.5 volts basically does mean a cell is dead and the battery needs to be replaced. T40 Torx. It's a good time to clean whatever corrosion exists on these contacts. This is just a battery cleaner. So this is the original battery with the machine. If anyone wants to know, maybe you don't have the original one and you want to put the original one in, it's a Polaris 401 7419. 340 cold cranking amps. I am not going to be replacing it with the Polaris one. I'm going to be replacing it with a MotoMaster equivalent, which is actually 350 cold cranking amps. This is a U1 size battery. So it's like a lawn and garden type battery, and it's used in ATVs, UTVs, all that type of thing. So for me, it's cheaper and actually better to go with the aftermarket one, because I believe this Polaris one is somewhere between $150 and $200 Canadian, depending on where you get it, whereas the aftermarket one is between $1 and $120.
All right, so I ended up picking up this MotoMaster OE Plus battery. You can see it's a group U1. 430 cranking amps, 350 cold cranking amps. So 10 more than the Polaris one. So let's get it in there.
Okay, and I just put this stuff on the batteries. This is CRC battery terminal protector. It's almost like a paint, just keeps the corrosion down.
Okay. All right, so we'll just try it out here. See what our pre-start voltage is. 13 volts, that's good, fully charged. We'll start it here. 14.6, 14.7, which is perfect. One thing I wanted to mention that I forgot, so when I had the old battery in there, and I was having the issues and stuff, when I was driving the ATV, I would get spikes in voltage. So sometimes it would go up to like 16 volts. And my initial thought was that there was something going on with the voltage regulator. But in reality, if you have a bad battery on these ATVs, the voltage regulator thinks that it's not charging the battery enough, so it actually outputs more voltage. So it can cause a sort of an overvolt error code on this thing when, I mean, if you have a good battery, it probably is the voltage regulator, but you gotta check your battery first on these, because in my case it was that, and now you can see it's stabilized at 14.5. I'll rev it up even here to show you that it stays at 14.6, 14.7. So there you go. So hopefully this helps some people out, and if you got any questions, just leave them in the comments. Thank you.